bringing you tomorrow's news today. Paul McDermott, Mikey Robbins, Claire Hooper, Cal Wilson, Akmal, Sammy J, Randy, Tom Gleason. Good news world for everyone, everywhere.
Good evening, I'm Paul McDermott and this is Good News World. Coming up tonight, the Australian stock market crashes, then recovers, crashes again, recovers, flat lines for a while, drops, then makes huge gains before crashing back to where it started, all in the space of a minute and a half. We take a look at the shocking new photographs on cigarette packets, including the one of Bob Catter naked. In his national newspaper column, blog, radio show and television program, Andrew Bolt will argue that he's been totally silenced. Julia Gillard develops a problem with women voters in a blatant attempt to be more like Tony Abbott. Channel 9 rejoices as a verdict in the death of Carl Williams brings hope. There might be another underbelly in it. In the American state of Georgia, we look at the trial of a new no low pants law and ask, is it a crackdown? Joe Hockey launches his new book. If you can't say something nice about someone, join the Liberal Party. And a study by the Institute of Criminology finds a new problem for the Australian prison system. Large numbers of elderly inmates requiring special treatment and facilities. Help! I've been shanked and I can't get up. I've been shanked and I can't get up. Help! I've been... Oh, dear God. In recent years, the number of inmates over 50 in Australian prisons has risen by 84%, and it's a worldwide trend. In America, death row now has an electric rocking chair. Terminology has already started changing. On their last day, you can hear the call go up. Dead man shuffling. Growing old on your own can be a depressing ordeal. So really, growing old in prison is nothing more than a great way to get housed and fed for free with a bunch of people who share similar interests and the benefit of getting to see the occasional stabbing. Plus, there's an element of compassion for prisoners with memory loss. You just tell them they're only in for the day. Now, if you're someone's bitch, there's a lot less sex and violence and a lot more listening to endless anecdotes about how prison was so much better in the olden days. In fact, if an older inmate has a bitch, it's usually a silky terrier. And that's the good news from your world.
The road toll has to be stopped. That's why, after extensive research, the State Accident Commission has found that the introduction of new speed limits of 0 kilometres an hour results in 0 deaths. That's right. Over the holidays, the new 0 kilometres an hour zones will be introduced to prevent any deaths or movement whatsoever. So when you're planning your trip this weekend, expect some delays, or more importantly, some very safe delays. Do you really want to get to where you're going? Of course not. New 0 kilometres an hour zones. Stopping deaths by stopping cars and stopping common sense.
And now here's Sammy J and Randy with the entertainment news.
Thanks, Paul.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. In a stunning display of modesty, Arnold Schwarzenegger has commissioned 3 bronze statues of himself. The figures depict a young Arnie in a classic bodybuilder pose and have reportedly been supersized.
Unfortunately, due to the steroids, his penis will still look fun-sized.
Take that, Arnie.
Yeah.
I don't care whose tiny penis we step on.
Yeah. In preparation for Paris Fashion Week, Lady Gaga orders diamond implants for her teeth.
Not to be outdone, page 3, glamour girl Jordan orders diamond teeth for her implants.
Take that, Jordan.
Yeah.
We don't care whose fake boobs we step on.
Meanwhile, Michael Jackson's doctor claims that the singer gave himself the fatal medication.
And apparently he also performed his own plastic surgery, which explains a few things.
The jury also heard a disturbing recording of a heavily sedated Jackson slurring his words, which will naturally be given a funky backing track and released in time for Christmas.
Take that, Michael Jackson!
Randy, no.
We don't care whose corpse we step on! What?
What? Stepping on a corpse, man.
You've never stepped on a corpse?
There's a time and a place for stepping on a corpse.
This is not the time nor the place to step on corpses.
Nor to discuss stepping on corpses.
Moving on!
Plenty of time to step on corpses after the show. Speaking of corpses, while filming a cameo, Hugh Jackman cracks the jaw of a professional wrestler before slashing him with his Wolverine claws, subduing him with his Stockman know-how, then wooing him with his rhythmic maracas.
Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
When my baby smiles at me, I go to free. We could keep singing the whole musical if you want, but I'm sure the good people of Australia.
Let's move on.
The creator of the famous French comic strip Asterix is retiring at the age of 84. Apparently he's having trouble with his gallbladder.
I don't get it.
Randy, did you even read Asterix comics when you were a kid?
No, Sammy, I had friends.
So did I.
Who were your friends?
Obelix, Dogmatics, Getafix, and that guy who played the harp.
Pathetic. His name was Cacophonix. In Excess has a brand new frontman, Irish singer Kieran Gribben. He says he's very excited to be in the band and he's really looking forward to wanking himself to death.
I'm going to pay that. In Ireland, a racy video shoot by Rihanna is brought to an abrupt halt when a farmer objects to the singer stripping down to a bikini topless in his field.
The farmer said he doesn't mind Rihanna, but he's not a big fan of the Pointer Sisters.
It doesn't quite count as a leather bikini if it's still attached to the cow. Oh, that sounded worse. I think they thought we were calling her a cow.
Oh! We didn't think that through, did we?
It was just a general cow joke, but...
I was still stuck on the hilarity of the Pointer Sisters.
The lead singer of Green Day's thrown off another plane for having saggy pants.
Luckily, he was able to use his trousers as a parachute and float gently to safety.
Meanwhile, the Biggest Loser contestant is still alive after falling off a 4-storey building.
Luckily, he was able to use his excess skin as a parachute and float gently to safety.
And that's the entertainment news.
Huge stories happening all over the good news world this week, so we cross now to our team of global correspondents. First up, motoring correspondent Tom Gleeson.
There's been a delay to the start of the solar challenge. Someone left all the vehicles in the underground car park.
Mikey Robbins in Queensland.
Yes, mate, I'm in the middle of a baby boom 9 months after Cyclone Yazi, which yet again proves the best pickup line really is, we're all going to die, how about a quick one?
Cal Wilson on Wall Street.
Wrong street, Paul. I'm actually on Sesame. Although, since I've been here, the Nasdaq has fallen 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. The Nasdaq has fallen 4 points. I have no super.
Claire Hooper at preparations for Schoolies Week.
Schoolies are being warned to look out for gate crashes, including toolies, uncoolies, and old droolies with grey ghoulies.
Tom Gleeson at McDonald's.
The fast food chain is disappointed they've lost the Heart Foundation tick of approval. But the good news is they've now regained the heart attack tick of approval.
Mikey Robbins on the latest security breach at Sydney Airport.
I've got the bastard's keys. Who wants to fly to Rio?
Cal Wilson on a food poisoning outbreak in the US.
Cantaloupes have tragically killed 13 people here, and big juicy steaks have killed none. Suck it up, vegetarians!
Claire Hooper on Kevin Rudd's recent Freudian slip.
He said he was just jet-lagged. You know, the kind of jet lag when it's actually AM, you think you're PM?
Mikey Robbins in the Ukraine.
A man is in hospital after several horses attempted to climb inside him. His condition is said to be stable.
Tom Gleeson in Stockholm.
Several IKEA stores have been blown to pieces by extortionists. They haven't asked for money, but they did leave a note with a single Allen key saying, "Now you try it."
Lots more ahead on Good News World, including our review and critique of the pictures of the week. Latest pop sensation, Lama Gaga. Ooh lama, ooh la lama gaga, ooh la lama. All the Buddhists in the house, clap your hand. Yeah, clap your. We'll be right back. Don't go. Welcome back. Still to come on Good News World tonight. 4 teenage robbers dressed as bananas give police the slip. A female American tourist charged with murder is tipped to receive Italy's stiffest sentence. It goes, "Hello, my name is Silvio Berlusconi." And we celebrate the Blu-ray release of Star Wars by taking a look at the new Luke, Han Solo, Chewbacca threesome in Episode 4. Oh, my mouth is full of Wookiee fur. And now, in the spirit of closer trans-Tasman relationships, it's time to cross to our New Zealand correspondent, Adele. Adele, hello, how are you?
Good evening, Paul.
Lovely to see you, Adele. You are our New Zealand correspondent.
I am your New Zealand correspondent.
I like your high-tech television network that you've got going.
Well, I had to make it myself because Peter Jackson's got the other camera.
And where are you broadcasting from?
From my garage in Hamilton.
In Hamilton?
For those of you who aren't familiar with Hamilton, it sort of makes Hobart look like Paris.
And I believe you have some news for us at the moment, Adele, is that true?
That's true.
Before you do that, Adele...
Do you want to flirt with me some more, Paul?
No. I wasn't aware I was flirting, Adele.
Well, it's flirting for me, Paul. You're speaking to me, that's enough.
You do have a lovely name. Is there a reason why it's not Adele with 2 L's?
Well, then it would be Liddell. For a pretty man, you're not very smart.
And finally, you seem to have a neck brace on. Have you hurt yourself?
Oh, that's not a neck brace. I'm just wearing a little muslin scarf. My neck is naturally quite large.
Now, Adele, I believe you have some news from New Zealand.
I do, but you keep interrupting.
What is going on in New Zealand at the moment?
Julia Gillard's new deal to send unwanted asylum seekers to New Zealand was called off today after a bound and gagged Kyle Sandilands was found hidden under the refugees. Australia claimed to have no idea how he got there and offered to place him in the quarantine bin, but his head wouldn't fit. And in Auckland, 3 men have been arrested after a radio presenter tried to breach airport security by impersonating a pilot. He was caught out when police realised New Zealand doesn't have any airports.
Or any TV networks? Do you have TV networks there?
I'm it.
How are you managing to power your television network?
I've got a bicycle generator.
And
my mum's on it at the moment.
Your mum's on it?
So we need to wrap things up because she's getting a bit tired.
Okay.
She's had a hip replacement. She's not doing too well.
She's running out of steam, is she?
Oh, if only we had steam, she wouldn't need the bicycle generator.
Do you have any sports news for us?
I do. Now in sports news, a drunken Wallabies fan attempted to strangle all of the All Blacks last night, but was thwarted when he couldn't find a neck.
Not a single neck amongst them?
No, a lot of thighs, though, in the All Blacks.
You like the thigh?